Navigating exemptions. When importers may be bond-free. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we'll be exploring an important aspect of the importation process: exemptions from obtaining a bond for importers. While a U.S. import bond is typically required for all imported goods, there are certain circumstances in which importers may be exempt from this requirement. Let's dive into these circumstances and explore the exemptions for obtaining a bond. One exemption from obtaining a bond is for low-value shipments. Generally, shipments valued below $800 are exempt from the import bond requirement. This exemption, known as the de minimis threshold, allows for streamlined customs clearance for low-value imports. Importers may be exempt from obtaining an import bond for informal entry shipments. Informal entries typically consist of low-value, non-commercial goods intended for personal use or as gifts. However, it's important to note that specific conditions must be met to qualify for this exemption, and consulting with a customs broker is advisable. While a separate bond, the Importer Security Filing (ISF) bond is a requirement for importers responsible for filing the ISF. However, importers who have a continuous bond covering their entries may not need an ISF bond. This exemption streamlines the bond requirements by consolidating them under the continuous bond. Imports by the U.S. government, its agencies, or authorized agents may be exempt from the import bond requirement. This exemption aims to facilitate the import process for government entities while ensuring compliance with applicable regulations. Certain goods may qualify for duty-free entry into the United States under specific trade agreements or regulations. If duties are not applicable, the requirement for a customs bond may be waived. However, it's crucial to verify the eligibility and compliance requirements with Customs and Border Protection (CBP) or a customs broker. For goods temporarily imported into the United States for a specific purpose, such as repair or exhibition, a temporary importation bond (TIB) may be required. This bond allows for duty-free entry of the goods, eliminating the need for a customs bond as long as they are re-exported within a specific time frame. Certain commodities, such as perishable goods or those with a very low risk profile, may be exempt from the import bond requirement. CBP assesses the risk associated with specific commodities and may waive the bond requirement based on their assessment. Importers of certain agricultural commodities may be eligible for exemptions from the import bond requirement. This facilitates the importation process for agricultural products while ensuring compliance with required regulations, such as those enforced by the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service (APHIS). Importers who utilize the immediate transportation entry process, which allows for the movement of goods from a port of arrival to an inland destination without formal customs entry, may be exempt from the import bond requirement. However, requirements and conditions for this exemption apply and must be met. Various government programs and special exemptions exist that may eliminate or modify the import bond requirement for specific importers or goods. Examples include programs like the Foreign Trade Zones (FTZs), Customs Trade Partnership Against Terrorism (CTPAT), or other trade facilitation initiatives designed to promote efficiency and security in the import process. Lastly, non-commercial goods intended solely for personal use may be exempt from the import bond requirement. Conditions such as adherence to quantity limitations, providing proof of personal use, and compliance with relevant regulations still apply. It's essential to consult with CBP or a customs broker to determine eligibility for this exemption. That concludes our video on the exemptions from obtaining a bond for importers. While a U.S. import bond is typically required for all imported goods, there are specific circumstances in which importers may be exempt from this requirement. We hope this information has provided you with valuable insights. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more informative content on customs brokerage, import bonds, and international trade. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to sharing more videos with you soon.